Hey, we live.
It's on.
Episode number 5?
Episode number 5.
I mean, because we got so many episodes now.
I mean, 5. That's a pretty good amount. Look, we've been consistent.
Are we virgins anymore?
Yeah, we are.
We're still.
We done it. If you had to like look for an equivalent, like if you had to compare this to like being a virgin, it's like we've only done it once. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know how long this is gonna go for. Right? We could do 1,000 episodes. I was watching the Joe Rogan show the other day, and he said episode 2044. That's a lot of episodes. I mean, obviously he has the huge. Fuck! Hey, what is this Diddy mist? Hey, yo!
It's just water. It's just water from the side of it.
Hey, you got some Diddy mist going on here. Anyways, yeah, who knows? Episode 5, but we plan on doing much more. So it's all good. So, what do you think? What should we start with today? I mean, obviously, the biggest story is Diddy.
That mist.
The mist. Hey, Diddy, baby oil.
Yeah. They're using, 1,000 bottles of evidence?
So that's what, that they found that when they did the, I don't know if you can call it a raid or whatever, but they went to his property and they found a bunch of shit, and between all the shit, there was 1,000 bottles of baby oil that apparently were being used. So let's say if he had one of the freak off parties, yeah, he would just make sure every room is well equipped with baby oil. So, you know,
Well, if you were at a Diddy party, would you, and Diddy's like, hey, come to the back. Let's say you heard things about Diddy, right? You just like, yeah, Diddy's cool dude, but after 2 p.m., that's my time. And Diddy's trying to bring you to the back. Would you go? Not to say you would do anything, yes or no. You don't have to answer that. But would you just go?
yeah,
I'd say both.
look, I'm an adult,
I'm a curious person.
Right?
Yeah.
and especially if I heard rumors like that, I don't think I don't think he took anyone hostage, really. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of allegations and shit like that. I don't think he has been charged with anything yet. No, because he's in jail because he's waiting sentencing or whatever.
No, he's awaiting trial, So,
Okay.
he doesn't have bond,
There you go. So, all right. So he's waiting to have a trial. Oh, I heard like he offered everything. He's like, dude, I'll give you my kids' passports, my
wow.
passport. I'll give you the deed to my properties, whatever, so that he wouldn't be placed in jail while he was waiting for a trial. Because I mean, that can take a lot. Obviously, with famous people and stuff like that, the timelines work a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, the judge was like, nah. Because you're like a high risk, like a high fly risk or whatever.
Well, he's also on suicide watch too. So
yeah. Is he in the same place where Jeffrey Epstein was?
I don't know.
Where he committed suicide?
I don't know.
Hey, watch out now. Diddy might just fall and break his neck, But yeah, I think he was definitely placed in suicide watch. There's just a lot to the whole thing. Because how long was he doing this for? This is not a recent thing. He's been doing this for a while.
When I would say, you think about this logically, someone who probably has this mentality in their head, right?
Right.
They do it the first time, and they're probably scared to death.
But they get away with it.
But they get away with it. So then they wait maybe like a year or two to do it again.
Right.
And then they're like, okay, nothing's happened. Well, let's do it again. And now from the first time to the second time, it was like a year. Let's just say it was a year.
Right.
From the third time to the...
Yeah, how many freakouts did he have?
Oh, to the 18,000 time? That's probably like days.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get... If you've done it that many times, if you haven't gotten caught, like, in his head, he was probably like, yeah. It's never going to happen.
Now, the freak offs are whatever, that's cool. Freak offs or whatever. But just I think the charges are like, he had guns that probably weren't permitted. And then also, too, the sex slave thing is...
Well, that's probably the biggest
That's the biggest one right there.
Apparently, like, he had people there. You could just, like, kind of request, or he would have like a menu, essentially, like, hey,
What's your flavor?
What do you feel like having today?
Right? Hey, today's special.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of things. I heard like he had, like I was telling you yesterday, I think he had like an outside party and an inside party, and like not everybody was invited to the inside party, which means that I guess it's like
VIP at
the
a
circle,
VIP.
the strong circle was inside, and he could have. I guess that's where the real shit happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, but there's got to be a lot of people, obviously, that knew about this shit happening.
Oh yeah.
Or like you said, heard rumors about stuff like that going down. So my question is, so are those people? Let's say if you hear, oh, Diddy's having a party, and you hear this wild rumor that he has like either underage, girls there, or that there were people there forced to be there, like they didn't want to be there, but they were forced for some reason or somehow, and you hear that, and then there you go, he takes you to the back and he makes an offer like that. Hey,
probably not in your best interest. I would say I would go to the back and see.
Are you guilty by association at that point?
I would say if you
don't say anything.
If I mean, like, of course, you're innocent until proven guilty, so they have to prove that you knew.
Right.
So.
But apparently he had a bunch of cameras and shit. So, he was doing this for probably storing people and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's say if you're like someone like super high profile politician, and he catches you on camera, because that's exactly what Epstein was doing. He was recording people, very high profile people, apparently doing shit. Which I want to see that list. Who the fuck was going? Because I'm pretty sure there's some probably like people with more power than were going to Diddy's parties. Diddy's party was more like celebrities and shit like that, which he could still get money out of. I don't know if he was doing it with that purpose in mind.
Celebrities have power. I mean, look at this Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris, and like the last time she did that, apparently like a lot of people went to go vote.
Right.
So
I don't know. I mean, obviously people that follow her will probably vote for Kamala just on the basis that she was endorsed by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So that must mean that she's good in my book. I have not, I don't. Maybe they were in the fence about it. That's all they needed, a little push, and now they're gonna vote for it.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? So.
But that Diddy stuff is kind of crazy. I mean, don't worry. That list will come out at some point. They'll find it. 10, 20, 30 years from now, they'll find it.
I think not to go into like crazy territory and be like, but, I'm pretty sure that Epstein didn't commit suicide. Like everything kind of points to him being strangled or whatever, right? And if you think about it, right, if there's this many powerful people that he has dirt on, and obviously if that information comes out, that's going to be damaging to them. Mm-hmm. They're going to look bad. A lot of bad things are going to happen. What's it from like stopping them from like, hey, paying off the guards or whatever and be like, hey, he went to sleep, like he committed suicide. Wouldn't you obviously never been in a situation like that, but if you were that powerful and you wanted to keep being that powerful and not go to jail, you would just off him out, like, fucking kill him.
Of course.
Whatever. So what about, the same thing can happen to him. And he's depressed and shit, and they're already setting kind of like the stage. Oh, he's in suicide watch and this and that. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if he commits suicide. Who knows?
Quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny, like we're talking about Diddy, and I was telling you that I read this story that the same thing that happened with Trump, and he was like, he probably read somewhere or someone told him about the whole Ohio thing, and he just they eating the dogs, they eating the cats. Without doing the research or, at least looking into it. He just says whatever the fuck he wants to say. And that's the bottom line. So, with the whole Diddy thing, so Kamala used to date Montel Williams. I don't really know a lot about him. But he was like
first of all, he was a naval officer. He was in the Navy.
Okay.
Then he got out. I don't know what he did.
But was he some kind of celebrity or?
Yeah, he was a talk show host. He had the Montel Williams show.
I know that the name sounds familiar, so I've definitely heard.
90s guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So she was dating him in 2001, I think, and there's a picture of him with his daughter and Kamala back then. I think they went to like some kind of event together. And then someone, there you go, talking about Diddy, someone photoshopped Diddy's face onto his body, Montel Williams' body, and then they just put the picture out like, oh, Kamala was going to the freak off parties because obviously if she's with Diddy, then that means by association. So Trump just fucking tweeted the picture out. It's like, hey, look, Kamala over here going to the freak off party with Diddy, trying to make her look bad. But this is the kind of shit that he does. Like, again, he doesn't vet things. He just, if he finds that picture, I'm pretty sure I don't know if in his head he's like, this might be true or this might not be true, but I'm still gonna put it out. It doesn't fucking matter. And I mean, I've seen the picture circulating around, and obviously I didn't know. Like, I think I'm pretty informed when it comes to shit like that. I'm younger in comparison to other people where, like, someone old that has no idea will see that picture and they will take it as fact, right? Like, they will not research, was she really with Diddy? Did she really go to a party? They'll just see it, especially coming from him, and they'll take it as a fact. That happened, right? So, yeah, that's just, he does that shit. It's just kind of crazy. And it's also kind of funny because he doesn't really, like, that's how he behaves. You cannot really tell him what to do. Like, I'm sure maybe even someone say, hey, Trump, sir, don't put these pictures out because it's fake. But in his head is like, whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. Doesn't matter, right? So yeah, hey, he's gonna do whatever the fuck he's gonna do. That's why, like, you cannot control him.
No, you can't.
And that's probably why a lot of people that are in the government don't like him because of that. He cannot. He's a crazy guy. He cannot be controlled like that. And not being told what to do, and he'll just say crazy shit like that. So,
yeah,
like, it's a funny story that I also read. I want your. So supposedly these zoo in China, they had a panda exhibit at the zoo, right? And they painted 2 fucking dogs and put them and made it pass as pandas.
Oh wow!
So people go in. Oh, let's go to the panda exhibit, right? And they have these 2, the chow chows, the big fluffy fat dogs. I don't think they're fat. They're just like fluffy.
Their hair is fluffy. Yeah.
Right. So they painted 2 of these motherfuckers and made them look like pandas. Full white with the black goggles and everything. And people went to see the pandas, and they're like, one of these motherfuckers started barking.
Wow.
And he was like panting like a dog, like. And fucking barking, and people were like, hold up, that ain't no goddamn panda. So they brought it up to the people at the zoo, and they're like, oh no, this is a different kind of panda.
Wow.
And then they had to, like, at the end, when a lot of people, I guess, started complaining, they had to come out and like, say it like they put fucking chow chows there as fucking pandas.
Wow.
Well, because pandas are like an endangered species or something like that. Like, there's not a lot, apparently very little amount of them left. So I guess they're like, hey, maybe the panda was sick that week or whatever. It's like, we need 2 replacements.
We ran out of pandas.
We need 2 replacements. Get the closest animal. Hey, look at that chow chow. It kind of looks like a panda, right? So paint a motherfucker white. Go ahead, put him in there. And this motherfucker, I mean, obviously it's a fucking dog. He barked.
Yeah.
And there you go. They
spooked them.
They got busted for putting fucking chow chows as pandas.
Wow.
That's pretty funny. I mean, I think it was funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Well, let's talk about one topic. So, Carnival Cruise Line, right? We went on a cruise not too long ago.
I've been 2-3 times. Well, if we
specifically
count
Carnival.
Well, if we count the Aventura cruise, it was also Carnival, right?
Yeah,
that was Carnival.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 times. So not that many times, but it's widely considered the spirit of the cruise liners.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
it's like a lot of people say, oh, it's the Walmart of the cruise lines, it's the spirits of the cruise line, because it's deemed to be like ghetto and like
people fighting.
People fighting, which honestly, hey, it happens. But I think it really happened. I've been to what what's the other one? Royal Caribbean.
Yeah,
it was good.
I went to Norwegian.
How was that one?
That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first Aventura.
If you had to compare it,
I've only been once, so.
Well, the thing is, like,
that was the first time I went on a cruise.
It's kind of almost unfair to compare it if you're going to like an event type cruise like that.
Exactly. A specialty.
Yeah.
A specialty
It's very specific. Like there's a certain type of people that go to a salsa dancing or bachata dancing cruise.
Exactly.
So yeah, that'll be kind of unfair. Yeah, I just went the one that I went on Royal Caribbean. It was just a regular cruise, but we had a great experience. There's a couple things that are different, but don't get it wrong. Like it's still the fucking cruise. Like you're pretty much doing the same shit. There's a lot of people that are the same, whatever. But yeah. It's funny because the first time that I went, so I took the kids, my wife, and my mom, and we went in December, I think it was. So it was like went to Mexico, and I told you a story already, but the story that we're talking about is like we were in the back of the ship, and there's a pool in the back and 2 hot tubs on each side. And there's a bunch of kids in one of the jacuzzis, and there's a dude in there. And there's obviously
the dude's in the jacuzzi with a bunch of kids.
Yeah, the guy is in the jacuzzi. I forgot if there was more than an adult there or if he was the only one. But so then like either a floor above or 2 floors above, there's a guy that is clearly very drunk. And this dude decides to call out the guy in the jacuzzi and say that he was touching one of the kids, which, I mean, that's a big allegation right there. Like, if you're going to accuse someone of that, I think you have to be pretty sure about.
Solid evidence.
And, so he starts screaming from the top, like, "Hey, you motherfucker, I see you fucking touching the kids," or whatever. And the dude, the guy in the jacuzzi is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? This is my fucking kid." The kid that he was interacting with, I forget if it was a girl or a boy. Doesn't matter, right? You still, if someone accuses you of that, like, I think you have to be pretty sure, like, that's actually going on to accuse someone of doing it, because that can be, and obviously it was a big deal then, because then the guy in the jacuzzi was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, he was almost like confused at the beginning because he didn't, I guess, understand what was going on, but then he realized that the dude was accusing him of touching a child.
Yeah.
And then he was just playing with his daughter, and he's like, then the whole shit started. Like, calm down and fucking tell me over here. This is my fucking daughter. What are you talking about? And there was a bunch of kids in the jacuzzi, and probably like around 12 to 15 or something like that. And they all started like, fight. Oh. And I'm over here. My son and my daughter were in the jacuzzi at the time when this was happening. So I'm looking, because obviously you hear someone saying, "Hey, you touching kids." My kids are in the fucking jacuzzi. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I look over there. I'm like, "Yo, come out.
Let's go."
And come this way. Like, get out of there. Because obviously they're screaming at each other. And, they're probably going to get into a fight. And rightly so. I mean, again, you shouldn't get into those dumb fights like that. But then again, like, you're being accused of something like really bad. Like, things can go south really quick. That's the only thing that happened in that cruise, really. I mean, obviously there's like, people like getting in line to get food or whatever, and someone cuts in and they might get a little rowdy or whatever. But nothing really happened. That was just it. It was just, that was my first experience in the Carnival.
In the Carnival world.
Yeah, but granted, I mean, I don't know if I'm just part of the ghetto as well, and then I don't see it as ghetto. But a lot of people, I think they just, when someone that hasn't been on a cruise says, "Hey, I want to go on a cruise," I think the majority of people will be like, "Hey, don't go to Carnival cruise because it's kind of ghetto." I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Like, the first one that we went was Carnival. Second one, that was the Royal Caribbean. We went to the Aventura cruise, and then we went to the 8-day cruise.
Yeah.
It was Carnival as well. Nothing happened. It was just fine.
Yeah.
And I mean, you would think the longer you're in the cruise, the more chances of something like that happening. But I don't think we saw any fights or anything like that over there, right?
No, there were just some badass kids on there. Like, they were just cussing up a storm. Because, they have, like, the teen area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This area was like the 17 to... no, it was probably like 15 to like 17.
I think back there anyone can really go. There's not a age limit. Are you talking about when we were in the back to in the jacuzzi that we were.
No, I'm talking about in the club. There's like rooms when you go inside in the middle of the ship.
Oh yeah.
On like the second from the top floor, there's a 6 to 8, 9 to like 14, and then like a 15 to like 17. The 15 to 17, we were waiting because you have your times for dinner. Remember that night? We were like, oh, we'll do dinner, right? We were going to take your mom, but she wasn't a part of our cabin, so we couldn't take her, right? Because the times are different.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but everybody has a specific place too.
A place and a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went over there to our dinner reservation, right? On the last night. And we were next to the room that was 15 to 17, and they're just in there cussing up a storm.
Yeah,
just cussing up a storm. But I mean, other than that, there was no incidents or anything like that.
Were you? I don't think. I forgot if it was one of the times I went to Vegas, and I think it was the last time. The last time is when we went. Now I'm bringing this up because of the kids like cussing up a storm and shit like that. So I don't know if you were there. We were going somewhere. We got in a bus in Vegas.
This time I was there, or was it the time that you were with Beverly?
Maybe if I tell you a story, you'll like remember.
We never rode the bus. I don't remember us riding the bus.
Maybe it was with these Beverly. Other people. So we got in the bus, and again there was but literally like my son's age, like 12, 11, 12 years old, and you can tell they live in Vegas. And somehow they were in the strip, just in the bus. They were going somewhere, right? And these kids, obviously that young, right? They talking about fucking and like, oh yeah, like this girl's a hoe, and like everybody knows that that she fucks around, she slips around. And I'm like, it was like two like young girls like in the on the front of them, like in the front seat, and they're just like shaking their head, like obviously 12-year-olds, they don't know shit about what if they're talking about that. They don't know shit about that. Yeah. So they're obviously talking out of their ass. And like you can see like they still have like the baby face, like they haven't like gotten out of that stage. They don't even look like teenagers yet. And they talk about like, yeah, I'm a badass, I'll make her come and shit like that. And I'm just like kind of bothered, but at the same time I'm like, it was so ridiculous that it was kind of funny too. It's kind of sad too, because like, why is kids rolling on the bus in the middle of the fucking day in the afternoon? Where are the parents at? Yeah. Where are these kids' parents? Like, I wouldn't let my kid, 12 years old, 13 years old, in the strip by themselves. Yeah. It's all kinds of crazy people around, right?
Crazy people.
Granted, it gets a little crazier at night. But in the middle of the day, there's still crazy people,
Vegas doesn't sleep.
Exactly.
Crazy is any time of the day
24/7.
Yeah. 7 o'clock in the morning.
365.
Some crackhead, hey, you want to shoot up?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I had questions. I'm like, first of all, I know you lying. You ain't hitting it like that. Caposaurus Rex.
Capri Sun.
So, the girls in front were like, listening to a story, and it was like, I think like 2 black kids, and like the other 2, like maybe one was Hispanic and the other one was white. The little white kid, he was the hoodest of them all.
He's probably saying nigga.
I would have been surprised. Yeah, they were all talking about, yeah, I hate that shit. Yeah. I mean, she was squirting everywhere. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. This is ridiculous. But I mean, going back to the cruise, if you've never been on a cruise, there's a lot of people that hate the cruise. Like they're like, I would never go. I definitely want to go. We had a great time. Yeah, we had a great time.
8 days is just too long for me.
8 days is too long, for sure.
Yeah, it's just too long for me.
So 5 days, go to like one spot. Sometimes on the 5 days ones, you do stop in like a couple places in Mexico. I don't know about the Caribbean one, but 5 days is enough. Because especially if you are going with kids, kids, obviously they get bored. There's not really a lot that they can do on a cruise. Like they'll go to the pool.
They got
like a little playground or whatever. You know, I played chess with my kid, which actually I didn't even know that he knew how to play chess.
That's when you found out how you...
No, it was on this last one.
Oh, okay.
The one that where they had one of those big...
The tall pieces.
That you actually like have to carry and put
Yeah.
it. And this motherfucker's like, yeah, I know how to play chess. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? He's like, yeah, I've been playing in school. And I started playing with him. Granted, I'm not the best player in the world, but I know a couple moves. I know how things work. And this motherfucker, I'm like, hold up. He does know how to fucking play. And it's just like one of those things that I guess he does in school and he never mentioned it at home. And then Camila got interested in it, and we bought a board at home, and we have it, and we play from time to time. But yeah, he was like making moves, thinking and shit. He was like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, hold on,
that sounds like your son. Dad, if you do that, I'll go right here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
just telling you.
But anyways, yeah, if you can, or if you're interested and you've never been on one, you know, I think it's a cool experience, at least once.
Yeah.
You know, we did go, went on the Aventura cruise, and that's like pretty much adults only. There was a couple kids, but mostly it's just adults. And that was pretty cool because you do have a little more freedom. And you're just, if you go with kids, it's like when you go on vacation with a kid, you're taking them on a vacation.
Baggage.
Right. You're just looking out for them more than anything. So you don't get to have or do a lot of things that you would normally do if you're just on a group of friends or whatever like that. I took him to Vegas. It was kind of the same thing, kind of showing them around.
I forgot they went to Vegas.
But and they loved it. They keep asking of going back. And I actually thought they were gonna complain about all the walking because there's a lot of walking in Vegas.
Ton of walking.
That's like right when COVID was kind of easing up, and a lot of people were like,
hold up. So you guys we went like right after COVID, right?
yeah, we kind of went in the middle of COVID. No.
Oh, you went before?
Yeah, when we took him, it was like when they were giving out the stimulus checks.
Oh, yeah.
And the only reason I remember that, I told you there were like people holding signs and shit. Hey, come spend the stimulus check at the strip club and shit like that.
Wow.
So actually, it's funny because we went to the Venetian. That's where we stayed, the hotel.
Yeah.
And I mean, normally that's
I remember
kind of like one of the.
That's a nice one.
That's a nice one. It's kind of like in the middle, like a very good spot of the strip. Everything's kind of close. Mm-hmm. And it was super cheap because again they were trying to get people to like come and like it's better to sell a room for $100 a night than not sell it.
100% of nothing.
Right. So it's funny because when we got there, they're like, hey, you know, in case you do want to upgrade for like $50 more a night, we got like a suite. You know, they had the room with the beds and everything, and then there was like another, like you will go downstairs and there was like another little room and everything. So it was pretty cool. We upgraded. Even the pools had like a limit of people so you had to like call and be like, hey, I want to go to the pool, and there'll be like a wait list. So there could only be, let's say, 100 people in the pool at a time. So as people were leaving, then all the people were called to like, hey, you can come in now.
In the pool, were they wearing masks?
There are some people wearing masks. I mean,
it wasn't inside the pool, but on the.
Oh no, in the pool, like in the actual pool. Like they were not going underwater. I'll be fucking stupid. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past anyone either. Yeah, but yeah, there were a lot of people. When you were walking the strip, they will even tell you like, hey, put up your mask. Like if your mask wasn't on. Oh wow. They'll be like, but I mean, can you really control people? And they're probably fucking high already.
Put it up, and then when you
that's exactly what was going on. Yeah. They'll be like, hey, put up your mask, and they'll be like, oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. And they would go and try like making it seem like they were putting it on, and of course they didn't just like drop it down again. You just had it like dangling from one ear. That was it. Yeah, that's your mask, right? And I mean, it's like they put you in like the planes that were doing the same thing. Yeah. Oh, you gotta wear your mask in the plane. Look, man, you're in a fucking aluminum tube in the sky, breathing the same shit. The mask already, it cannot filter the thing already. If you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. It's gonna happen. And funny enough, we went in the middle of the whole shit happening when none of us got sick. But then we went, the whole group of friends, no kids. It was just us. We were sharing a room. Yeah. My wife and I with you and your wife, and she must have brought it already Because it was
From
like
the office.
the first, second night that we were there, she just started feeling like shit.
No, she was feeling like shit like
Before?
even before. Yeah.
Yeah, she brought it.
Yeah.
And then obviously,
Afterwards, we all.
then.
Oh, because we met up with that's right. We met up with another group of friends.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So obviously, we're like, okay, we're gonna get it. We're
Yeah.
in the same room, like it's gonna happen. And fun, yeah. Sure enough, as soon as we got here,
Yeah.
that's the only time I think I got it. I don't. I mean, if I got it after that, it was just like a regular.
Mild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very mild. But yeah, we got home, and obviously everybody at home got it too.
Yeah.
Even my mom, everybody's gonna get it. Let's get it over with.
Just yeah. It's like the chicken pox.
Yeah.
Just your kid, just get it.
I mean,
Let's get it.
I don't know. I still to this day think that the actual I got what the homeless people were getting, the Johnson and Johnson baby. So I still
You got the Diddy vest.
well yeah. Hey, look,
You got the Diddy. He got the Diddy vest.
I think maybe if I had gotten the Diddy miss, it would have been better than Johnson and Johnson, because you know a lot of people started reporting problems with that vaccine in particular, and hey, I'm not blaming it fully on it, but then a couple weeks after I got the vaccine, I had Bell's palsy on my face, so the whole left side of my face was droopy and like,
I remember that.
Yeah,
You're trying to smile. You're like.
Well, there you go. That's what Sylvester Stallone had too. Where that's why his mouth is like.
Oh, that's what he has. Oh, I think he had a stroke.
So yeah, it's funny because not funny. It wasn't funny at that point. You know, in hindsight, it is what it. I mean, it was pretty funny when I knew like nothing bad was like really happening. But the scary thing with it is like it basically all the symptoms of it is like you had a heart attack. Or like a stroke.
A stroke.
Yeah, there you go, stroke. Because it's the left side, and it's exactly like they'll describe a stroke being, right? Like, and I woke up, my wife comes home from her night shift, and, you know, I'm waking up, and I felt like almost like when you sleep on one side for too long, it kind of falls asleep. Yeah, numbs it down. So that's what it felt like. I go to the bathroom, I look at myself in the mirror, and I was going like this, trying to raise my eyebrows and move. Nothing on this fucking side was moving. I was like, oh shit, bro, I had a fucking stroke. I told my wife, hey, I don't think this is supposed to be like this. I don't think it's supposed to happen. And she's like, oh shit, no, we gotta go to the hospital, like emergency room right now. And I'm telling you, I mean, I told you this story a bunch of times. I shitted bricks. I was shitting logs, full-size logs on the way. The hospital is very close to my house, maybe a 5-10 minute, car ride. And I was like, my life is over. Oh my fucking God, I'm gonna die. They hooked me up at the hospital and she's like, that's why I was talking about the vaccine, because she asked me, the nurse, the first thing that she asked me is like, do you get vaccinated recently for COVID? And I didn't think any of it when she asked me that, and I was like, yeah, like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, okay. And then she just keeps going. I'm like, oh shit, fuck. I fucked up. But yeah, no, they hooked me up, and it was just, she's like, yeah, it's just Bell's palsy, and it would just go away on its own. Like, there's really no rhyme or reason for it. Like, you could be overweight, you could be skinny, you could be in good health, bad health, and it could just happen to anyone. It's actually kind of common, or I forgot if it was common or uncommon for people to get it, but it can go away in a week, it could go away in a month, it could be like a lot of cases like Sylvester Stallone, where he can talk, obviously, and everything, but you can see shit, and I still have some of it. It went away pretty quick for me, but it was funny because when you guys came home, we were hanging out, and I'm laughing, and I was like, I couldn't say the letter P. Like, every time I said, but yeah, it went away pretty quick. But I still have something. When I laugh, this eye, I have little eyes, so you cannot. I think if I have bigger eyes, like you, maybe you have huge eyes, bro.
I have normal size eyes.
Go like this.
I don't need to.
But you see, even if I go like this eye is smaller than this one.
Well, it's twitching. That
There you
one
go.
is switching.
I'm about to have another stroke.
Yeah, you might have it. Hey, get this man some water.
Anyways, it was scary at first, but then it was kind of funny because it was like one of those things like, I don't know if I'm gonna stay like this or not, or if it's gonna get better or not. They'll make you do like exercises. You have to go in front of the mirror every day and go like this to like move the muscles around to like start like
Stimulate them.
wake the fuck up, you know?
Yeah, stimulate your face muscles.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, it is what it is. It happened. I still got a little bit from it, but hey, I'm pretty good. I can say the letter P now and everything. So it's
Pussy.
Pussy. I can say
Doggy
it.
pussy.
Yeah. Hey, I got better. So
You know, it's interesting. My parents called me the other day and they told me like their dog has ALS. I didn't know dogs can get ALS. You remember that? Like the ice bucket
I
challenge?
remember the challenge, but
I'm
what's
like,
ALS?
It's something to do with the muscles again, like, or the nervous system. And so pretty much he's walking, but he's walking on one of his hind legs like it's hurt. And the doctor says that, no, it's not painful for him, but it's just like a muscle problem. So he can't really use it that
So even
well.
though he's like, is he like limping or
Exactly.
Like,
Like if you hurt your leg, you broke
but
your
he's
foot.
not really like
He's not
crying
in
or
pain.
anything like that?
No, he's not in pain. Yeah, so
But
hey,
is
we should
that-
do the ice bucket challenge for my parents' dog.
There you go. We should do it. Hey, next episode, he's gonna do it.
We'll wait till the winter time. We'll jump in the pool.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah, no, I don't. I have no interest in
You wouldn't do a polar plunge or nothing?
fuck that shit. Why?
Cause
All
Just
these
because.
motherfuckers saying like, your mind is so fucking clear after you do the cold plunge or whatever. Man, fuck that shit. All right. Look, I had to shower in Cuba with cold water.
oh yeah, here we go.
Fuck you. You gotta listen to this shit.
Look, you're in America now.
I know, but I gotta
you
tell
got
you,
options.
it's like people that I don't eat meat, motherfucker. I didn't eat meat for like pretty much the first 10 years of my life. I'm gonna eat all the fucking meat that I can right now. You know,
Go ahead.
I'm talking about your fucking wife because she decided, hey, I'm not gonna eat meat anymore. You know what?
She has the option to do that. They're
it's true.
starving. They're starving kids in Africa right now.
It's true.
I'll eat some sand if I had some.
Look, it's true. It's her choice. I just personally, I cannot take that choice up because
I bet you didn't kill the cow. You didn't eat no beef in Cuba.
exactly. So I gotta eat all the beef that I can right now. Bring all the fucking beef. Doesn't matter.
Brisket,
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Burnt tips.
barbacoa. Yeah,
I love that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, the burnt.
yeah.
Pegado. Yeah.
Hey, I know about that. You know, I know about that. The pegao. That's the best part right there.
Yeah. Hey, when
You scoop that.
you scoop
it's
that
hard.
shit up, crispy.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a little bit of meat on top. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So,
what's up?
let's talk about something that's like weird or things that don't make sense really, right? So like for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I won't share my toothbrush with my wife. I won't share that, okay? You use your toothbrush to pick your teeth. I'm not sharing that with my wife. But I'll stick my tongue down her throat, like I know it doesn't make sense or anything like that, but
I mean, you don't have to say it like that. It
but
sounds
that's
kind
how
of
I'm gonna
violent.
say it.
You just shove it in
maybe
your
she
throat.
likes it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
my tongue's kind of long.
Obviously, you guys are still together, so
I'm doing something right, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I could care less about that.
You can share a toothbrush with her.
We have. Like, if we go, like, on a trip or whatever, and either I forget mine or she forgets her or whatever. Like, let's put
We
it
did
this way.
one time, I think. One time, I think we actually did, and I was not pleasant about it.
Let's put it this way. I think we've been at least in one trip, and we have forgotten our toothbrushes. And we went to a store, and we're like, well, just buy one. Like, we'll just use the same one. Because it doesn't matter to us. Like, it's... But
You got something that, in your relationship, probably, I don't know.
look,
Hey, that's you and your wife. I don't know. I stay out of it. You and your wife probably got something that you're like, yeah, no, like, I hate folding clothes. I just don't want to fold clothes or something like that. And
I mean, obviously, everybody has something that they don't like to do.
probably.
There you go. She hates putting away the dishes. She would rather do the dishes than putting them away. Let's say you do the dishes, right? And you either set them outside to dry or you put them inside the dishwasher to dry or whatever. she would rather do a full pile of dishes than grabbing the dishes that are already done and putting them where they go. I'm like, that makes no fucking sense.
My wife,
It's more work.
she doesn't like cords. She'll like just leave. She'll just take the cord, like something like this. You know how we pack this up, nice and neat every time, right?
Right.
She'll just ball that shit up and just. She doesn't deal with cords. She doesn't.
Well,
the water hose. She won't deal with it.
She'll just leave it out.
She'll just like, it's a pal. So I go back behind her and I'm like, you know, this is why we have nice things, you know.
Well, hey, you see, obviously, yes, there's things that people are not willing to do or that they don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
And they just might do it because they have to, like, you know, how a lot of times, let's say you do laundry, right? And then, but it takes you way longer it's already done. You just got to put it away. But that's the same thing. For her, is the same thing. Like, she would rather just do the whole laundry and then not have to put it away. If it was her choice, I'm sure it would be like that. But I don't care either way. Like, none of that stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of things that would bother me like that. But yeah, the whole toothbrush thing. Like, there you go. Like, we kiss. Our mouths are like in contact with each other, you know, all the time.
You use it to pick your teeth, though.
I'm not picking her fucking teeth.
No, but the toothbrush is used to like literally pick it. Is it though?
Okay, when you
like your dish, what you guys use a scrubber? You're Scrub Daddy, right?
Right.
You use that to clean your dishes, right?
Right.
Is that clean?
I mean, it's clean enough to wash other dishes.
Clean enough.
But you're talking about, it's a very different thing because you're scrubbing something, right? That's dirty.
Yeah. Your teeth
I get it.
Are dirty.
I get it. I know exactly you're gonna go to that shit. Look, I get it, right? And it's not for you. I'm just giving you my perspective on it.
Hey, comment below. Comment somewhere if you would share a toothbrush.
Let me tell you something.
Or not.
This is how much I don't care. I'll probably use your toothbrush if it comes down to it.
You want to hear something? You would?
I would. I wouldn't care.
Okay. Hey, look. Let's do a scenario.
Now, if you have fucked up teeth, though, if you had like, even if they were like a little crooked, I'll be like, I don't know.
Okay. Let's role play real quick, right?
Okay. All right.
You just used I use my toothbrush. You just use it, right?
Right.
And you try to give it back to me. Okay. So you walk in. And you go ahead, give it back to me.
Hey, I use your toothbrush. You know, here I just want to give it back to you.
Nah, you can keep it. You can keep it, bro. You can keep it. It's all good.
Look, it's fine.
Nah, you want to hear a story? I shared a mouthpiece before.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what happened in high school, right? On the football team. Mm-hmm. We did actually pretty good. Actually, this was I don't know what the record is now for my high school.
Okay, here we go.
But our final year, my graduation year, was the best record of the high school history ever, right? So we ended up doing a Pro Bowl equivalent, right? Like East versus West, something like that, right? So me and one other guy from my school represented our school. And we did it. He was a quarterback. He forgot his mouthpiece, right?
Right.
And so I had to share a mouthpiece with him. I was iffy about that, you know? And I did it though. You know, we squirt water in that motherfucker and pop it in and go.
There you go. I mean, that's the thing,
but
right?
It's spit though. It's spit.
Right, but you rinse it off and that's it. It's the same thing as a toothbrush. Look, when you go and brush your teeth, is your toothbrush dirty?
It's still kind of dirty.
Can you physically see like meat or a piece of lettuce in it? No, you can't.
No, but there's microscopic bacteria on the motherfucker.
Sure. Okay, that's the same thing as a piece of food falling on the floor. Will you pick it up and eat it?
It depends whose house it is.
Right. There could be like dog hair or a bunch of like the floor is
cigarette smoke.
The floor is always dirty and shit like that. You know, it's bad, right? I get it.
But yeah, there's people's like, even in my family, there's people like I won't even.
Look, everybody has a dirty uncle.
Yeah, off your house, I'll eat it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll eat it off of yours too because
I'll eat it.
Right. I know exactly what I'm getting into when I do that. Right. I might find a couple Aries hairs. I'll pick it up and that's it. That's the worst that can happen. But I know the house is clean. You guys are clean. I trust you guys. Yeah. Other people's houses? No.
Exactly.
But it also depends on how long. Let's say if he falls, the 5-second rule, right? Is it?
I mean, you go to like like a person that's a clean house. Like I don't care.
There you go, Vegas.
A minute.
Will you pick up something off the strip and eat it?
Hell no. Vegas? Hell no.
You probably get some.
Nigga, I'm going
eggs.
back and order another one.
You get cancer.
Hell no. Vegas?
Yeah.
Nigga, people whip their dick out in Vegas.
Yeah.
They're,
I told you the story, right? When the first time that we went to Vegas, we went with Beverly.
yeah.
And we went to a dispensary. But the dispensary is, what's the name of that? The tower that has the hotel, not the hotel, but the restaurant on top.
I don't know what it is.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
They even have like a bungee jumping from the top.
Yeah, I want to
there.
do that.
Fuck that. Hell.
I'll do it.
Well, anyways, it's all the way over there, almost at the Fremont
Street.
Yeah. So we go over there to get some gummies or like a pen or whatever. When we come out, we buy our shit or whatever. There's a white van, exactly like the one that
Some bang bus.
yeah. Well, it could be they're either gonna fuck you or they're gonna sell your organs. One of the two. And the dude is like, "Hey, you guys need a ride?" So it's me, my wife, Beverly. That's it. It was in the middle of the night. It was probably like 9 p.m. or something like that. I think we were talking to you guys
You fake
on the FaceTime, right? Because I was touching my nipples. Remember?
on the
way back.
on the bus, on the transit bus.
Yeah. We took the bus over there. We're going. So the van situation happened before we went into the dispensary. We're about to go to the dispensary. There's a white van in the corner. They're like, "Hey, you guys need a ride?" And we're like, "Nah, we're good."
Hey, I'm good, player. I'm good.
So,
hey, you look inside? Nah, this ain't for me.
Funny story about that. So we went in there. We bought some gummies. In reality, I don't even know if I have had gummies before that time. Yeah, no. So that was my actual first time eating like gummies.
Edibles, yeah.
Yeah, edibles. And we bought some, but you know how when you buy a pack, it always tells you outside the total amount of milligrams, not, it doesn't really specify it's per piece, right?
Yeah.
So we buy it. They tell us what it is inside. We have the hardest time. It was childproof, the pack. We have the hardest time. We got to catch the bus back. We were staying at Mandalay Bay. So all the way to the front.
Yeah.
To the beginning. We're trying to get on the bus. We're trying to open that shit so we can eat a gummy. Because it takes a bit of time for it to like take effect. I eat the gummy. But then we read the pack and it says 100 milligrams outside. But the way it works is like it's 10 milligrams per gummy. There were 10 gummies in the pack. That's what that means.
So if you take the whole pack at one
It's
time,
100.
yeah, you would
Right?
take 100.
Which for some people is not a lot. For some, like if I take 100, I'm going to the fucking moon and a little bit more. 10 milligrams, I'm good. That's good. That's a good dose. I've had gone higher, but 10 is good. You have a good trip, right? So I read and it says 100, and I tell these two girls, I'm like, "Yo, we ate 100 milligrams." So we start freaking out because we thought that we just ate too many of them. And I've always heard stories. I always do research for everything. It doesn't matter. If I'm doing the bathroom or whatever, I'm always looking at videos, hearing what people have to say about it. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. 100 milligrams. But it was good. We go from there, we go to the zip line on the link.
You guys did it?
Yeah.
The Fremont zip line?
No, not that one. So if you go down the strip where the link is, right where the Flamingo, it's kind of like in the middle of the strip. It's
Okay.
like a very busy area. Oh, where the Ferris wheel is.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a big street that's pretty popular there. The Link Hotel is there, and they have a zip line that goes from the strip all the way to where the Ferris wheel is.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. You go you can see all the people below you. You go through the whole street like that. Kind of like the Fremont, but probably shorter. And my wife she was already.
She was there.
Yeah, she was there.
Nene.
But it was cool because we got in the zip line like that, and it was kind of like a cool experience. And it's a funny story because she's like, I thought on my way over there, she thought she was peeing while she was going on the zip line.
Oh my god!
And she was going down. But yeah, we had a good trip. 10 milligrams. That was great. And I think we also got in the
Ferris?
the Ferris. So what's the name? The something to do with money. The high roller. There you go.
Oh
That's the name of it.
yeah, high roller.
So yeah, it was good. But it was yeah. Like you see, we went from eating stuff from the floor to talking about gummies in Vegas.
That's how it be sometimes.
But there you go. If you haven't been to Vegas, it's also a cool, kind of like the same as the cruise. Hey, you go for 2-3 days, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, a weekend is good. If you go for, I don't think I could do 5 days or like 6 days or like a whole week in Vegas. Unless we're doing like a cool experience. Like we talked about going and like shooting guns. Like they have they let you shoot like shoot shit in the desert, like whatever, right? You pick like a fucking
a 50 cal.
There you go.
Like a big ass 50 caliber.
Like mounted on a Humvee.
Yeah.
Use like
do.
or like bigger guns too. They have like also the 50 cal sniper rifles.
There you go. Yeah.
What
it's a 50
Berets or
cal.
whatever. Yeah.
I don't know what that.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Or there's like you can take like helicopters rides and they'll take you to the Grand Canyon and shit like that.
Oh, we did the helicopter ride, but we just did a Vegas strip tour.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah.
We done it twice and it was really cool.
Yeah.
We did it by ourselves the first time that we went, and then we did it with the kids the second time that we went.
We should go and do it.
Yeah, we should go and do it.
Go.
Well, remember we
should
were
go to Vegas. I mean, not Vegas, but the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Because you get to have lunch there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. Again, just short 2-3 days.
Yeah.
That's about it. So yeah, it was cool. So okay, we can kind of end on this note. So I brought up the question. You know, if you had to fight an animal, like which animal would you fight that you know that you could fuck up?
It's got to be like an animal that's like a predator or something like that. I mean, because like an animal that's like a...
Well, a bull is not a predator, but
No,
you'll
it's
probably
not.
get fucked up by a bull.
Yeah, you can.
So there you go. You pick. Okay, tell me an animal.
Would you fight a kangaroo?
Oh, that motherfucker will beat the
They're
fuck
vicious,
out of you.
apparently.
And
I'm not fighting
they
them.
got big claws. And they'll go on the leg or the
On
tail,
their tail.
and kick you with the legs.
Kick the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I don't think you're winning that fight.
No.
There's that funny video of the dude fighting a kangaroo.
Because of his dog.
Yeah.
The kangaroo was like going in on his dog.
I get it, right. That could be, you know.
And the funny thing is, he's squared up too.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What set you with? Yeah.
Hey, kangaroo going like.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I don't. Kangaroo, I don't think it's gonna happen. You think
Any type of bear.
You think you could fuck up a seal?
A seal? Yeah, they gotta go in their belly. I think I'll take a seal. Because once I get behind you, that's it.
Have you seen that video of the seal? It's coming up. It's on the shore, and there's this person like sunbathing or whatever, and he starts going towards the person, and this I forgot if it was a woman or a guy. He starts screaming, like freaking the fuck out, and the seal keeps going towards it, and it's just like kind of like a horror movie where you like trip and fall when someone's chasing you or something's chasing you. And it was the funniest thing, but I don't know, they're kind of big.
They are like a walrus.
But what is it really gonna do? Like, yeah, I mean, I guess he can bite you, but you think you're faster than a seal?
But they have to get on their stomach to move.
Right.
So if they're on their stomach to move, then I can get behind them pretty easily. And then it's over from there. Once I got your back.
Well, that's what people say about crocodiles or gators.
Those motherfuckers are super strong.
But they're fast too.
Yeah.
You think
in
just
the water? Well, even on land.
outside.
Even on land, they're pretty
Have you ever
strong.
seen those motherfuckers running outside? They kind of like prop up. Like they're not really like sliding most of the time. Like when they're running.
Yeah, they're up.
They're
like
up.
on there. Yeah.
And they're pretty fast.
No, once a gator gets a hold of you, it's over. You're either losing that limb or you're going under.
What about like what kind of dog you think you can fuck up? There's levels.
Any dog.
Any dog.
Long as it's 1-on-1, any dog.
You think you can fuck up a Rottweiler?
Yep, any dog. I'm 270 pounds. It's a fair fight.
I think you took a couple pounds off there.
No, I'm 270 pounds.
Bro.
I'm 270 pounds. I once the dog has the bite.
Understand.
That is it. I'm gonna get scratched up and bit. Right?
Yeah.
That dog bites my arm.
You think you can choke that motherfucker out?
I'm going for his eyes. I'm going for his throat. It's a done deal. He's going to tear my arm up for sure.
Well, I mean, you gotta
Or
get
my
something
leg.
up.
Yeah, he's going to tear me up.
I think that's the only way that it can happen. Like, you have to like be willing to like, be like, okay, bite, so that I can grab you.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, you know, I'm more concerned with like a bear.
Don't be concerned with the bear because you're not gonna have time to be concerned.
They're fast.
Oh, they're fast.
Good luck getting behind it.
Nope.
They use their hands. Like a dog doesn't use.
Bears don't have hands.
Yeah, they don't have hands.
Paws.
They have paws, but they use them to grab stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs don't do that.
They wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen two of them fighting? Like, they're wrestling.
Exactly. Like a cat. I'm concerned about a cat. A big one. Not a domesticated cat, but a cat, like a mountain lion. I'm concerned with those.
Will still fuck you up. It'll scratch you.
Oh, it'll scratch the hell out of me, but it's going to die. I'm going to snap its neck. It's dead. That's it.
But a dog is a bigger animal.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose some meat for sure. He's gonna bite the hell out of me, right? But the dog is gonna lose ultimately.
Oh shit!
That's why I say it. Like a bear, even a small one, they're big. Like a full grown bear is like 500 something pounds, right?
I don't know, man.
A teenager bear is gonna. I'm probably not gonna survive that.
Like a teenager tiger, you done.
I'm done.
You done.
Yeah, we're in Texas. We got mountain lions and shit here.
You mentioned that you could fuck up a deer.
A deer, yes. A moose, that would be kind of hard. They're huge.
I don't think you.
Good luck trying to get behind it. You gotta get up there. It's like fighting a giraffe almost.
Like, what would you do to a deer to kill it? Like, how are you gonna kill a deer?
If it doesn't have antlers, then it's a done deal. I mean, like the deer it's done. I mean,
do you think you're gonna be able to strangle a deer? You're gonna have to hit him with something.
My fist.
You're gonna punch a deer to death.
No, but I can hit them and daze them like, oh shit, rattle them.
I said fuck up an animal.
Exactly. I can fuck up a deer. You don't think you can take a deer?
Like you said, maybe without the antlers, I could like put up a fight.
The antlers, like, you know, if he's charging at me, then I'm, you know.
Most likely they're gonna run away at some point because
realistically, a deer's gonna run.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
100% of the time, deer's gonna run. Let's talk about like a moose. I think they're kind of aggressive, right? Aren't they kind of aggressive?
I know. Yeah.
Or elk.
Yeah, it's kind
of aggressive,
yeah.
Right?
They're big though.
They're huge.
Yeah.
They're like 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
exactly.
I seen like walking right next to cars or like walking past cars, and they're of course way taller than a car.
Exactly. So getting behind it is really not an option because you have to get behind it and get up on top of it to do anything.
To like choke him?
To do anything. But his head's all the way up here.
I honestly don't think even if you can get a hold, like you can scare away a deer. You're not gonna be able to kill it with your bare hands.
Yeah, you can kill it with your bare hands. You choke it. Its neck is thin. You're gonna choke it. It's done. It's done.
You think it's
a deer?
You think it's thinner than your neck?
Yeah, I think so. They're lean. Deers are very lean animals.
But they got muscles, bro.
Yeah, but they're lean though. They're not like that built. Like that's why I say like an elk or a moose.
I think it would be way easier to choke a human to death than a deer.
Well, I don't want to kill nobody, so
I'm not asking or telling you to kill anyone. I'm just saying that if you put them next to each other, I think it's way easier.
Was this before the freak off or after the freak off? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hey, there's no party like a Diddy party.
Hey,
you think J-Lo knows some shit?
100%.
I mean, she was dating him. She probably brought some of that baby oil to bed.
She's like, Diddy, why do you have a lifetime subscription of baby oil?
To Johnson & Johnson's baby oil.
Why are they delivering Johnson & Johnson baby oil to your doorstep in the 90s?
You know what? Maybe that's the only way to fight off an animal. Just
lube yourself up.
Fucking dose yourself in some baby oil and just like, what's up?
You try that.
Let's go.
You try that and tell me.
We should try that. Look.
Nah.
I'll put the baby oil on you and I'll let you loose in a cage. In a cage with a cheetah or something.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey, you might be you're gonna get scratched. You think you can
cheetah?
You think you can fuck up let's see. How big does a shark have to be so you can fuck them up?
A shark's in water, I'm done. I mean,
even a baby shark?
A baby shark? Like how big? Like give me a weight.
Well, weight?
Yeah.
Let's say like a 50-pound shark.
Nah. That's not.
You're not doing it? Like
No, like I'll kill it. Like
50 pounds.
I mean, a 50-pound shark is gonna bite my hand. My hand's gone. My arm is gone, but I'll be fine.
I think you have a very distorted.
A 50-pound shark? Yeah. Now 150.
How are you gonna kill it?
In the eyes.
What is this?
In the eyes.
This ain't PlayStation player. What the fuck are you gonna do?
In the eyes.
Like this.
Any animal you go for the eyes, they're
that
done.
doesn't mean you're killing them. That means you're like taking away the eyes, and that's it.
But then at that point, they lost a huge. They have a huge. I have a huge advantage. They have a huge disadvantage. Then I can take my time. Then I can just take my time. I can just stick my hands on its gills and start ripping out shit. Come on now.
Oh,
The shark is done. A 50-pound shark? Come on, man.
what about 100 pounds? That's done.
We're getting up there. 150? Because you got to think about it. In the water, though, 150 is a lot.
And your strength is not the same.
Exactly. It's not. Exactly. So 150 is kind of like.
And they're quick.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to get hold of this motherfucker? Like, again,
he's got a hold of me. He's got a hold of me. So long as he has a hold of me, I can do something.
And you wouldn't be screaming out and like freaking out like a bitch.
Oh, hell yeah. 100%. You bit me.
So where are you gonna get the concentration or like where is this fingers in the eyes gonna come?
I'm a pilot, so we're trained to we're trained to meet the emergency.
I'm sure in your little pilot manual thing, whatever, there's nothing about sharks there.
No, but birds.
All right. Well, anyway,
all right, let's wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap it up. Episode 5. Hey,
here we are. Hey,
like we always say, subscribe,
comment, like, share, all that stuff. We're just trying to do this and see where we go with it, and trying something new. Exactly.
All right.
See you on the next one.
See you in the next one, episode 6.
Six. Bye.